Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are. If this is your first time stopping by, my name is Nelly and this is Nelly'sville. Please, if this is your first time, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, click on the like button and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing the story. So it's another story time. I'm going to be sharing the story of the pregnancy that almost took my life, you guys. 17 years down the line, and this is in respect of my daughter's 16-year birthday. And this video was proudly inspired by Ogom's series, one of her videos recently talking about her first pregnancy experience and delivery of her first child. And that video really inspired me because honestly, if you've not gone through motherhood, like if you had zero respect for your mother, if you had zero respect, or let me put it this way, if you had just 50% respect and honor for your mother as a woman, by the time you go through pregnancy, labor and delivery of your child, I'm telling you that you're going to throw away those numbers, and you're going to place your mom in the highest place that you can ever imagine. You can imagine your mom, if your mom had 6 children, 8 children and all of that, what they had to go through birthing you. And that video really inspired me because all my birth experience, all the babies I've had came with a lot and lots of experience and challenges, you guys. And I'm talking about specifically my first pregnancy because this is me, celebrating her on her 16th year birthday, and me sharing my experience. Remember, in one of my one of my latest videos, I talked about my experience coming into marriage, my first night and everything. I told you guys that I was a virgin, and this is not to dispute for anybody that is not a virgin, okay? This is first time experience, so it happens to the best of us, everyone. Your first time is your first time, right? So when I took in for my baby, and during the pregnancy, it was very beautiful. First time babies, everybody was around me, my mom was there, everybody, I was just having fun. I did not experience any whatever. I was jumping bike, I was everywhere I needed to go. I was not feeling, I don't have morning sickness when I'm pregnant. I did not feel nothing strange, okay? But towards the ending part of my pregnancy, I would say, I think it happens to most women. I started feeling what is called forced labor, right? And I remember at that particular time, anybody that remembers this movie, is it this um a Latin movie called Second Chance? Hey, that was when Second Chance was ringing, you guys. I was having contraction and I wanted to finish that movie that night because it was a serious issue then. If you are not watching Second Chance, what were you even watching? So Second Chance used to, I think they started around 7, yeah, that time. Wherever you are, people are running back home to come and watch Second Chance. So we're gathered in my mom's place because now my time had already come, right? Time for delivery. So my husband was not always around, like he was not always around. So I was staying in my parents' house. They even bought me a phone, like I was staying there. So that particular night I was still having this labor symptoms or signs, and I stayed put that I must finish. I must finish Second Chance. So I will run into the toilet and come back to, that movie, that program was very, very intriguing. They had this suspense and all of those things. I remember Salvador, I remember Isabella, I don't know, yeah, and all of that. Very nice movie at that point. I even heard that Salvador sometime came to Nigeria. The man was so handsome. He was. So then I was running into the bathroom and coming out. I run into the visitor's bathroom and come out. My mom at a point was like, "This girl, don't go and deliver this baby inside toilet. You had and all of that." So after we managed to finish watching Second Chance, we immediately, and this is where I'm going to put the disclaimer. This disclaimer for every young mother out there, if you have the opportunity, because you cannot generalize for everybody, but I believe that even though our government have not done much for us, I believe that we still have things that they have done, that is health centers. So then, like I said, I was naive. My mother was in her own world. They believed so much in maternity. I did not register in the hospital. My husband forced me to register in BMH, that's teaching hospital, but I ended up not going because I listened to my mom, and we're going to maternity where she had like some of her children. So the woman was an old midwife, okay, that was very good at what she does. Now, when we finally, after the Second Chance, drove down to the maternity that night, and the woman checked me, and she said it was 6 p.m., something like that. And that check-in, God, nobody is talking about that check-in. My goodness, is brain cracking, is just everything very painful, especially if the contraction has come and they want to check you. My goodness, then they will use their hand to check. It was not even like they're using machine. They will use their hand and put it in through your vagina to check how many cm. I don't know how they measure that, God. So I went there. They now checked me and said it was 6 p.m. and 6 cm. Before morning I should be well dilated, ready to deliver. So that night we're just gisting about the Second Chance. My auntie was telling me, this mother is into gist, don't worry, because the real thing have not started. By the time the real thing starts, you will not have more to talk about Second Chance. It was so funny. Like, it was so funny. We're just gisting. My mom and my auntie stayed back with me at the maternity. Why did I even say maternity? Please, if you have opportunity to register, you're pregnant, especially your first pregnancy and every other pregnancy, because every pregnancy comes with their own challenges and everything, please ensure you register in a hospital where a doctor can look after you, examine you, and check you well. Okay, so this woman was checking, and at a point they now had to put drip, okay, for me to relax, because I was so, I didn't, my mind was not into what I came for. Maybe because the real pain has not come, the real contraction has not come. But around 6 a.m. in the morning, after all those chattering and everything, 6 a.m. in the morning, the early hours of the morning, my water finally broke. Now the water did not break back then at home. It broke at the maternity, right? So it broke that morning. My mom had to run to go get things, okay? So after the water broke, it did not take nothing before contraction started, you guys. Contraction started, and before now, the woman was telling me that this thing is looking good, that once contraction starts, I will not have any problem with delivering my baby. We came the night before, and today is the next day, and water broke since morning. I have stayed till afternoon, nothing. I was going mad. The labor pain kept on progressing, but baby was not forthcoming. I don't know, I was dilating, but baby was not forthcoming. They did everything. I was rolling on the floor. I want to lie on the floor. I want to jump. I want to hold myself. They said, don't shout, don't scream, don't do this one. All those things that were happening, I stayed that whole day. The next day, I did not deliver. You guys, if it was now, what I know, they book you in and, get the baby out as long as the mother and the baby is alive. So at a point, they started, the woman came up with this think that they've locked my womb, they've locked the baby, they brought key, you know, all those spiritual things. They brought key, they tied rope, they loosed it, they opened the key, put olive oil, gave me castor oil. They were praying, everybody was praying, because at this point I was losing strength. I had not eaten. When I'm in labor, I cannot eat. So all these things, everybody was confused. First pregnancy, the place was so tight for the baby to come out and everything. And at the end of the day, my mom was shouting, everybody was praying. They said, don't shout. If you shout now, you continue to shout. You know, all those stories and everything. Finally, 2 days later, I delivered my baby. And this is what happened. They gave me a very huge cut. Very, very huge, like almost destroyed my legs, you guys, for my baby to come out. And that baby came out and weighed 3.5 kg. First pregnancy ever. So the baby was big, right? Now I'm happy, to God be the glory. I have my baby, I'm okay. But the pain, the day after pain, the after pain of after you've had your baby is something nobody talks about. So we left, okay? We left, went back to the house to go and nurse my baby and nurse myself. And this is what I would like to share here, that the pregnancy, first pregnancy is not always easy, okay? First childbirth is not easy to anybody that is listening. Prepare yourself, you know, read up on articles, read up on books, attend antenatals where they actually prepare you. You know, you ask questions as first time moms and all of that good stuff. Take your routine drugs, do not skip. Please do yourself every good, do yourself and your child the proper good. Like, I'm going to be sharing these stories anytime any of my child is about celebrating their birthday. This is to educate the public, because I have stories, okay, experiences to share. And yes, so I went back home nursing myself, and then I could not open my legs to wee. You just imagine, I had a very big cut, and they just put needle and thread. The thread was just dropping, and when I wee, it's very painful. I could not open my leg to wash. My goodness, the pain was something else. I was walking like a lot of pain, and you know, I couldn't see in there how it was. And I kept on crying. You know, when you're breastfeeding, you're crying. You're sitting down, you're crying. You're doing steaming bath or steam bath, you're crying. I had this very, I'll call her my auntie then. She's no longer in the country. She used to come to bathe me, you know, press me. Oh my God, I was, whenever she's coming, I will start crying, because the hot water, the pressing, it was something serious. You guys, the story I'm sharing, like the way I'm sharing this story, I don't think I'm doing justice to the experience, but yes, you get my point, okay? If you're a mother, you have gone through this road, you understand what I'm saying. So, but this pain, I was complaining, nobody was seeing it. And after she finished pressing my tummy at that time, she would use the towel, dip into that hot water. She barely dilutes, like she add little or no cold water to that piping hot water. Sometimes, you know, the water cooked on the electric is hotter than the one cooked on the stove top. So this one is always cooked on the electric. She will just put her hand, she doesn't feel hot water anymore, because she has been into, you know, that thing. So she doesn't feel hot anymore. She just take it like that and put inside that place. Bam! She just put it there, and I will just go gaga. All the people living in that neighborhood just knew that somebody had given birth, okay? This woman that cries morning, that shouts in the evening, like everybody just knew that woman is that they're beating her or something. So I went through a lot of pain. I went through a lot of pain, you guys. Like, I was like, is this what it means? You know, though my mom was there, she was, you know, she came from Mugo, my aunties, my grandmom, everybody was around me, like my family, my uncle that is now in overseas America, everybody was around me. You know, I had support of family, but this pain, who can help me? Like, Who can help me with this pain? Nobody. So I was trying to explain to my mom that I have pain. I can barely open my legs. Okay, so I feel like I'm not washing well because I cannot open my, whenever I want to wee, I am just shaking, like, like somebody is afraid, because you don't know how the pain again will be. So one day, and this is a lesson to everybody who, your first time or second time or whatever time, okay, the, whatever number of babies you have had, or somebody that's, this is their first time pregnant, anybody that has just given birth the first time, and find out, okay, like when I go visit my mothers, okay, like the women leaders, so I visit mothers when they give birth. I ask them these questions: did you get a cut, or did the baby give you a cut? How are you treating that place? Because it is important how you take care of that place at that early stage. So the way I was crying and telling my mom, so she said one day that let her just take a look at that place, and I was very shy. She said I should not be shy, let her know how that place is, so that they can know how to take care of it. Because the woman that was coming to bathe me and every other person thought, are you the only person that have given birth? It's just the normal pain, don't worry, everything will be fine. They stitched the place. I was scared that something might just tear if I try to open my legs. But lo and behold, when I opened my legs for my mom, the woman screamed. She shouted, and she was like, wow, no, this is, the flesh was dangling, and the rope was, just, the rope was very long, black thread, not like the one I heard that they use now, white whatever that can melt. This one was normal black thread, dangling and everything. My mom said, no, this way things are going to go bad. Like, this is her first pregnancy, and that the person that cut me, that nurse that cut me this thing, did not cut it with conscience at all. So thank God she now saw. She now said, no wonder the way you cry, the way I cannot see. So my mom, what will I do? After the woman finished bathing me and massaging my body and all of that, I will now go inside the room. My mom will now, look at that place, use a very clean sanitized towel, a little Dettol, and then maybe a little salt at the time, very very little salt. Sometimes she uses salt, sometimes she uses only Dettol, very little, as much as you can add for a baby, or even more little that you can add for a baby. She will now clean that place. Alright, remember I was still bleeding. Okay, she will now clean the surface, give it a good clean until that place is clean. She will now use Vaseline, Blue Seal to be precise. She will not take it. She will take a lot, okay, because the thing was a lot. She will not put it. I don't know who gave her the idea. She will just put it in there, and then I will now put myself together, and then before you know it, it wasn't up to 1 week. I started feeling better. One day I came to remove my pad, and I noticed that the thread has fallen off, and that place sealed back, like very firm. Blue Seal just firmed up the place tight again. You will never know that there was a cut there. Okay, so this is my experience, my daughter's experience, the first pregnancy. The worst experience, I would say the only worst experience during her pregnancy was during the delivery. But before delivery, I was like, it was a beautiful pregnancy. I was, I had so much love. I ate whatever I wanted to eat, even though I was very selective. I had people. It was just a fun pregnancy. I was attending weddings, the child dedications and everything. I was just flaunting mine. It wasn't big like my other pregnancies, but yeah, that was it. And that was the pregnancy that almost took my life. That is the story behind it. And aside that, yeah, that is my first experience as a virgin. Okay, my first pregnancy, my first pregnancy stroke delivery experience as a virgin. And yeah, to God be the glory. That child today is 16 years old, and I am so grateful to God to how far He has brought both me and my daughter. Honestly, she calls herself that she's my favorite first daughter, and of course she's my favorite first daughter. I thank God for the experience of motherhood. If you're a mother in the house, celebrate yourself. You deserve to be celebrated. You deserve all the love and care. You deserve every good thing in life. I'm telling you, because the responsibility of being a mother is not something we can sit down here and talk about. It is, it is divine, and only God knows what He did, what He put in that thing called motherhood. And I'm grateful to God that I am opportune to experience it. And I want to use this medium to also pray for as many women that are believing God for their own blessings, such as the fruit of the womb. A lot of people are actually going through a lot. If you're blessed to be a mother, please do not mock another person that has not, had that experience. There was a time you can hurt somebody without knowing, and I know there was a time we're talking about, I and some women, we are talking about pregnancy. There was this one of our sisters that, we got married at like the same time. She has not been. I noticed the way she was behaving. I immediately changed the topic. Don't make people feel bad, or maybe we have different issues. You might not be the person that have to go through the um the pregnancy and the birthing, but God has blessed you to have children, maybe through adoption, surrogacy, whatever way you have gotten your child. As long as that child means the world to you, as long as you're playing your role as the mother of the child, yeah, God bless you. The experience will not elude you, because it's not most people, like I have said severally, it's not everybody that carried a baby and birthed that child that is a mother. There are some people that their ministry is not to carry the baby and birth the child, but they can nurture and raise children. That is what matters. So whatever be your situation, if you're believing God for the fruit of the womb, I want to use this medium to say, to believe God with you, trusting God on your behalf, that you are going to carry your own bundle of joy. God is going to give you an experience, an unforgettable experience, so that when other women are talking, you also can also talk. Okay, God is going to bless you and visit you with the fruit of the womb. If you're trusting God to be married, God is going to give you your own husband. If you have children, God is going to grant you wisdom to raise your children for the glory of God. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did absolutely enjoyed it, please do not forget to click on the like button, subscribe to my channel, and leave me your thoughts in the comment section. Until I come your way next time with something beautiful, until then, please do remember that better is not good enough. The best is always yet to come. Until then, so long. Bye guys.